This recipe is super simple and has only two main ingredients: milk chocolate and caramel cream with white chocolate. Start by melting between 300 and 400 g, 10.5 to 14 ounces, of milk chocolate in a double boiler, along with 2 tablespoons of oil or cocoa butter. I use compound chocolate, but if you have real high-quality chocolate, your bonbons will turn out even more exquisite. Separately, prepare a piping bag and add the filling, a silky and delicious cream of caramel with white chocolate. Look at that texture. Firm, smooth, and absolutely irresistible. This cream is wonderful and is part of my exclusive cream list, along with many other options for all tastes. In this video, I'll give you 3 cream options you can use to fill these delicious bonbons. You would help me a lot by sharing it. Thank you very much. Once the chocolate is fully melted, add an additional 100 g, 3.5 ounces, and mix well. This step is called tempering the chocolate, and it's essential to prevent it from cracking or losing its shine when cooled. Use a mold with large cavities, or small ones if you prefer smaller bonbons. Place about half a tablespoon of chocolate in each cavity and, using a brush or spoon, spread it to cover completely. Place the mold in the fridge for 10 minutes so the chocolate hardens. Apply a second layer of chocolate to reinforce the walls of the bonbons and, without cooling again, fill each cavity with the silky caramel and white chocolate cream. Look at that texture. Firm, smooth, and absolutely delicious. Once the molds are full, smooth the surface to level it well and cover with more melted chocolate. Place the molds in the fridge for at least 1 hour so everything sets firmly. Unmold and done. Decorate your bonbons with the same melted milk chocolate to give them a shiny and delicious finish. You can also let your imagination run wild and decorate them as you like. Add chocolate chips, chopped nuts, shredded coconut, or any topping you love. Make them unique and full of personality. In no time, you'll have giant, delicious, and creamy bonbons, perfect for sharing and enjoying with family. Store in the fridge, your bonbons will stay fresh and delicious for up to 1 week. If you decide to freeze them, you can keep them perfect for up to 3 months, always ready to enjoy whenever you crave something sweet. Try this super easy recipe and tell me in the comments how they turned out. I would love to hear about your experience, and if you decided to give them a personal twist, share that too. If you liked it, don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Each bonbon weighs almost 100 g, 3.5 ounces, so they're generous in size and flavor. Thank you for being part of this amazing community. Your support means so much to me. Together we keep creating sweet and special moments. See you in the next video with more delicious ideas to surprise and enjoy. Thank you very much and see you soon. Don't go just yet. Up next, I'm going to share 3 creams you can use to fill these delicious bonbons. Caramel cream with white chocolate is a smooth and delicious mix, perfect for adding a special touch to various desserts. Its versatility makes it ideal for decorating tartlets, covering cakes, or filling chocolates and small desserts. Thanks to its creamy texture, it's perfect for layered desserts in cups with cookies, sponge cake, or caramelized fruits. It also works as a sweet drip for churros, cookies, or artisanal ice creams. Its sweetness and creaminess make it an essential basic for both homemade and professional baking. Subscribe to the channel and tell me from which country you're watching while I start with this delicious recipe. I start by preparing and weighing the 4 ingredients. In a heavy-bottomed saucepan, I place 250 g, 1¼ cups, of white sugar. I add 85 g, 6 tablespoons, of butter, which can be salted or unsalted. 500 milliliters, 2 cups, of heavy cream or whipping cream with 35% fat content. And 300 g, 10½ oz, of white chocolate. In my case, I use white compound chocolate. It's important to note that ingredients may vary depending on the recipe or personal preferences. I take the saucepan to medium heat and begin melting the sugar, stirring constantly to avoid burning. The sugar will melt and take on a golden color, forming the caramel. I lower the heat and add the heavy cream, which I've previously warmed slightly. I stir well to integrate both ingredients. I let it boil over low to medium heat until the caramel has completely melted and the mixture is smooth. This step may take a few minutes. Next, I add half a teaspoon of salt and the 85 g, 6 tablespoons, of butter to the mixture. I let it boil for 1 more minute, stirring constantly until the butter melts and fully incorporates. I turn off the heat and carefully pour the boiling caramel over the white chocolate. It's important to exercise caution at this step and use a heat-resistant bowl since the caramel will be very hot. Another option is to add the chocolate directly to the saucepan, stirring constantly to melt it evenly. For the next step, I use an immersion blender to blend the caramel and white chocolate well, ensuring the mixture becomes completely smooth. Then, I cover the mixture with plastic wrap, placing it in direct contact with the surface to prevent a skin from forming, and let it cool to room temperature. Once it has cooled slightly, I store it in the refrigerator for 2 hours or overnight. As it is, in its more liquid form, it's perfect for filling chocolates, drips, accompanying churros, as a drizzle for ice creams, or as a layer in cup desserts. Caramel cream with white chocolate is extremely versatile and delicious. Now I'll beat it for 2 minutes with a regular electric mixer, and you'll see how the texture changes instantly, transforming into an extra firm cream. Depending on the finish, this cream can be used in countless desserts, both for homemade and professional baking. It's perfect for decorating tartlets and multi-tiered cakes, adding a refined touch. It's also used for crepes, waffles, artisanal ice creams, and sweet drips to accompany desserts. Its ability to pair with nuts, sea salt, or spices makes it a surprising ingredient. Additionally, it's economical and easy to prepare, which makes it even more appealing. This cream can be stored without any issues for 7 days in the refrigerator in an airtight container. You can even freeze it for later use. For decorations, I use the large Wilton tips G1E and G1M, which are perfect for achieving beautiful and professional finishes. I hope you liked this cream recipe. If you found it helpful, you can support me by sharing my videos on your social media accounts. And don't go just yet. Up next, I'm going to show you how to make another filling you can use for these bonbons. This time, it'll be a dulce de leche one. Add 4 egg yolks, 300 milliliters, 10 fluid ounces of warm milk, 50 g, 1.75 ounces of white sugar, and 30 g, 1 ounce of cornstarch to a bowl. Mix well until the ingredients are fully combined. Use a saucepan with a thick bottom and place it over the heat. It's important to stir constantly to avoid lumps and to prevent the cream from burning. Cook over medium heat until the cream thickens completely. Once it has boiled enough, add 300 g, 10.5 ounces, of dulce de leche or milk caramel. You can use baking dulce de leche, classic dulce de leche, or even boiled condensed milk. Stir well and let it boil for a few seconds before turning off the heat. Transfer the pastry cream to another container and cover it with plastic wrap in direct contact with the surface to prevent a skin from forming. Let the cream cool down at room temperature and then refrigerate it until it is completely chilled. Once cold, it will have a firm and delicious texture. For a smoother texture, you can whisk it with a manual whisk or a hand mixer. Another way to use the pastry cream. Add 250 milliliters, 8.5 fluid ounces, of cold whipping cream. In this case, I use ambient Puratos sweetened vegetable cream, but you can use dairy cream or any other whipping cream. I'll set a timer to show you the correct whipping time. Whip the cream until stiff peaks form. Once ready, incorporate half the amount of pastry cream and continue whipping until fully combined. In total, whipping takes about 5 minutes for this quantity and type of cream. Observe the firm and perfect texture of the cream. Uses in decoration. This cream is ideal for filling cupcakes and decorating them with the firm cream, filling chocolate bonbons and decorating eclairs or choux, filling cakes and decorating them with the firm chantilly-style cream. For decorating, you can use different types of piping tips. For example, I'll demonstrate below as I usually do in my tutorials. Wilton tip 1M for rosettes. Large tip number 353 for larger details. Tip number 123 for petals and flowers. With this versatile cream, you can create spectacular and delicious decorations. Give it a try. The dulce de leche or milk caramel pastry cream is a delicious and versatile version of classic pastry cream. Its smooth and creamy texture, combined with the rich and sweet flavor of dulce de leche, makes it a perfect filling for cakes, eclairs, choux, cupcakes, and more. It can also be mixed with whipped cream to obtain a firm and airy cream, ideal for decorating. The combination of dulce de leche and pastry cream makes it unique and delicious. It can be used on its own or combined with whipped cream to achieve different textures. It allows you to make elegant and sophisticated decorations with piping tips. Perfect for filling and decorating without losing its stability. Easy to prepare, with simple ingredients and an easy process, you'll get a professional cream. To maintain its freshness and texture, store the pastry cream in an airtight container in the fridge. It lasts up to 3 days refrigerated. If you use vegetable whipping cream, the cream will stay stable for 4 to 5 days in the fridge. And don't go just yet. Up next, I'm going to show you how to make another filling you can use for these bonbons. This time, it'll be a chocolate one. The chocolate cream is one of those irresistible recipes that becomes an essential basic in baking. With a smooth, silky, and rich texture, this cream offers the perfect mix of chocolate, cream, and egg yolks. Soak 5g, 0.18 ounces, of gelatin in cold water and let it soften. Set it aside. In a bowl, mix 4 egg yolks with 60g, 2.1 ounces, of granulated sugar. In a saucepan, heat 400g, 14 ounces, of cream and 60g, 2 ounces, of whole milk until it boils. Pour the hot mixture over the egg yolks, stirring constantly. Return everything to the heat and cook over low heat until it reaches 82 degrees Celsius 180 degrees Fahrenheit. Remove from the heat and add the hydrated gelatin, mixing well. Pour the hot cream over 300g, 10.5 ounces, of chopped dark chocolate and let it melt for a few seconds. Use a manual whisk or immersion blender to achieve a smooth, homogeneous texture. Cover the surface with plastic wrap and let it set in the fridge for several hours. Once firm, look at this texture. You can use it to fill bonbons, macarons, cookies, layered cakes, choux, eclairs, and much more. I will whip the cream with a hand mixer at medium-high speed until it becomes creamy and spreadable. When you whip it, its texture and color change, becoming smoother, creamier, and with a lovely coffee tone. Now, I'll show you how to use piping tips, as I usually do in my tutorials. This chocolate cream is not only delicious but also easy to store. Keep it in the fridge for several days without losing its smoothness, and if you wish, you can freeze it to have it ready at any time. It's a perfect recipe to have in your baking arsenal because, in addition to being simple to prepare, it adds an exquisite touch to your sweet creations, whether as a filling, decoration, or accompaniment. A cream for all chocolate and pastry lovers. If you liked this step-by-step guide, give it a like, share it, and subscribe for more recipes. See you in the next video. Thank you so much, and see you soon.